Next guy coming up, he's doing it for the doctors of the troops. Y'all give it up for Jake Kim!
Thank you. Thank you so much. So I was watching television the other day, and it was during the day. It was an afternoon. That's an important part of the story because it was one of those like there's got to be a better way products. It was for the ShamWow, which is kind of a classic on that front. I don't know if you've ever seen it, but it's basically just like a paper towel on steroids. And there's a guy aggressively selling it to you. And when they get to the end of it, they say, now call this number right now to order 500 ShamWows, whatever. But they always tag it with, the patent is pending. It's a patent pending product, which my entire life, whenever I would watch these shows, it always bothered me, like, patent pending. In what other aspect of life does pending mean go right the fuck ahead? For example, if one of you decides to leave here with someone you met tonight, you just met, you go home, you're about to seal the deal, and she looks at you and says, I hate to ask this, but have you been tested recently? And you say, of course, the results are pending. She shouldn't feel great about that. No one should. I haven't been in a risky situation like that in a minute though, because I've been married for a few years. And anybody here who's been married for a few years knows, when you're married for a few years, you pretty much just watch TV together. That's your whole life. That's all we do. That's all we do. Constant struggle over what to watch. The problem on that front is, the shit she likes to watch is primarily centered around my two least favorite things in all of life. And I'm primarily talking about shows like The Real Housewives and Fixer Upper. The topics are, again, the two things I try to avoid and hate more than anything in life: listening to drunk women fight and manual labor. And that's all those shows are about. Just the concept of watching a TV show about someone tearing down cabinets and fucking ripping up floors. The type of work that if you told someone 100 years ago, as they're swinging a hammer for 16 hours a day and their fingers are bleeding and they got a saw and God, I hate my life, this is terrible. And I said, wait, in 100 years, women are gonna sit on their ass and eat ice cream and watch people do this on television. Like, that's gonna be an entire genre of television. There's no way they would believe that. And the thing with that is that now people's jobs have become like entertainment and hobbies on television. You can't even just have a hobby anymore. You can't just be into something. It's like your identity. You have to be part of a group. So you can't just be somebody who really likes to exercise. You're a CrossFitter. You can't just be somebody who likes to try new foods. You're a foodie. And I can't just install upward-facing cameras in the toilets in the women's bathroom of my office. I'm a stalker now. I'm a stalker. No, I would never install upward-facing cameras in a women's restroom because I prefer the downward view. That's more my thing. No, but I am married now, and the best part about being married is that my wife and I don't have kids yet. That's actually the best part. But the best part is that because we don't have kids, we can travel together a little bit. And every single time we travel somewhere, especially if it's out of the country, it's like, man, doesn't this make you appreciate other countries and other cultures and how they do things a little differently? And I say, well, maybe. That's kind of true. But what it really makes me appreciate is our country and our culture. And it's the best, America, right? It's the land of the free, an opportunity, and as long as you work hard, everyone in America has an equal chance to succeed. Unless, of course, you're black, Latino, Muslim, a woman, transgender, a homosexual, you've been in an accident, you don't have insurance, you're sick, you didn't get great education when you were growing up, fuck, you might live in Mesquite. A lot of shit can go wrong. But for me, it's fucking awesome. I'm a straight white male. I play in the weakest division in the league. I could go 7-9 and make the playoffs every single season. I'm in the mix every year. A lot of people are really mad right now. Well, just in general really mad, but mad about politics. They're mad at each other about not being mad about the right shit. You're not mad enough about the right thing. And companies kind of have to be careful about this now because just being associated with the wrong party or politician can be a problem for you. If you remember a couple months ago, Uber was in trouble because like the guy in charge of Uber was associating with Trump or whatever. People are like, oh, I'm deleting Uber. And then even a few months or a few weeks after that, Mi Casina, a fucking institution like Mi Casina is getting run out of the paint because, you know, their boss is associated with Trump or whatever. And a buddy of mine who takes this stuff pretty seriously said to me, "Oh, are you still using Uber and eating at Mi Casina?" Are you fucking kidding me? Of course I'm still using Uber and eating at Mi Casina. That's the dumbest shit I've ever heard. And he's like, how? How can you sleep? How do you sleep? So it's pretty easy. It's a belly full of fajitas and margaritas in the back of a Chevy Tahoe that I'm not driving home. Like, it's not hard at all. I call up to Ahmed and I say, hey, I'm about to vomit all over the back of the Super. Toss me that patent pending ShamWow. I'm gonna have to clean this up. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate you.